Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thanks so much for stopping by today. The subject of my vlog today is the Expats Buyer's Guide for the Philippines. More money, less problems. But before I get started, let me thank my new viewers and new subscribers for the kindness, the generosity, the support of my channel. It's truly been amazing. I'm a 58-year-old American who grew tired of the rat race. Need I remind you? I decided to move to the Philippines in search of a new life. Well, I found that new life, and I want to share with you my boots on the ground experiences the only way I know how, by giving you the nitty-gritty, exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. I noticed some things about smart expats and the way we spend our money over here. Not a day goes by that I don't get a question about how much money I need. How much does it cost to live over there? So today, I'm going to talk about money. I'm going to give you some suggestions, guys. Remember, my mistakes have become my secrets, and I share them with you. So the first thing, if you don't hear any of the other suggestions, first thing that's going to save you a lot of money over here, because it's not how much money you got, it's how much money you keep in your pocket. It's to stay single for as long as you possibly can. Yeah, I want to remind you that when you come over here, you don't have to get married. You don't have to get emotionally entangled. You don't have to have a living partner. You can be single over here in the Philippines, at least until you get ready, until she's ready. Would you rather be lonely or broke over here 8,000 miles from home? If I had my choice, I'd rather be lonely, because I can always get company. Remember, more money, less problems over here, so stay single. You're going to say, well, Calvin, you didn't do it. That was a mistake I made. If I could do it all over again, I would have stayed single for as long as I possibly could. That's your single most expensive expense over here, is your woman and her family, whether it's her children, whether it's her mother and father or siblings. Stay single for as long as you can, guys. Number two, buy your water from the water refilling stations over here. Quit being fancy with all those fancy water bottles and all that stuff. It's expensive. You're going to end up spending a ton of money. I don't care if you're here for 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, or the rest of your life. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to go on. 1 liter of that fancy bottled water that you like to walk around with and look important is equivalent in price to 10 liters at the water refilling station. Let me remind you, you can't tell the difference. You won't tell the difference. They're the same in my opinion. You're not going to get sick. That's good water over there, so do that. The third thing I'm going to tell you to do with your money, I'm going to suggest only to do with your money, is hire a maid or a housekeeper, especially if you're going to be over here for a long time. Trust me on this one. Thank me later. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. It's going to save you a lot of headache. Time is money over here. Hire you a maid or a housekeeper. You say, well, Calvin, I'm going to stay in a hotel. Well, if you're going to be here for 2 weeks, I wouldn't even stay in a hotel. I'd stay in an Airbnb. You're going to get more bang for your buck. The Airbnb, the quality in the Philippines has just went off the charts since I first started coming over here, 2009 to now. It's like night and day. That's money you want in your pocket. All right, now to go with the Airbnb suggestion, which is not one of the tips unless you're going to be here for 2 weeks, is to eat at home. Eat at home, guys. Don't go out all the time and eat. It's going to be hard to find the type of food that you want to eat that you're used to eating anyway, especially if you live in some place like San Carlos City. Yeah, we've got a place over there, but do we eat over there every day? No, I probably eat over there about once or twice a month, because it's going to save me money to eat at home. In the short run, it's going to seem like no, but in the long run, yes, and you're going to avoid getting sick, because you're going to know who's touching your food, who's cooking your food, guys. So eat at home as much as you possibly can. use public transportation over here. Yeah, I know some of y'all want to be like John and different ones and buy a car, buy a motorcycle and all that. You want to keep money in your pocket, you're going to use public transportation because it's very good over here. It's very reliable, and guess what? It's very cheap. It doesn't matter if you're flying, you're riding a boat, or you're riding the tricycle or a bus. I can take a bus from here, San Carlos City, down to New Magadi, which, by the way, is about a 5-hour trip on a bus, for about $5, a little bit over $5. I think the last time I went, it was 281 pesos, a little bit over 5. But guess what? It gives you the peace of mind. You don't have to worry about being in an accident. And when I say accident, because it can happen whether you're the passenger or the driver. Over here, if you're a foreigner and you're involved in an accident, it's your fault. And there's no telling how much they're going to tell you to pay the people. It doesn't work like it does in, let's say, my country, America. If I have an accident with somebody, we got to take it to court. No, they're going to take you to jail if you injure somebody real bad or kill them. For God forbid you kill them. You're going to jail until you can work out a deal with the family. It's going to cost you money. So use public transportation. It's good, it's reliable, and it's cheap, guys. I promise you that. Okay, the skin tax over here is real. You're going to pay it if you're not careful, but you want to avoid paying the skin tax, that foreigner tax versus the Filipino tax. Foreigner price, rather, versus the Filipino price. Here's what I do. I only shop, when I'm by myself, I only shop in places where the price is clearly marked on the merchandise or the service, the good or service, because if not, they're going to get you. You're on their home turf. You don't know how much stuff costs over here. All right, so only buy where it's clearly marked. Now, if you have to go to the market or one of those places like that, what you're going to do is eventually, once or twice you're going to have to pay it. But if you buy your merchandise from the same person, your fish from the same person, your pork, your vegetables from the same person, eventually it's going to come down to the Filipino price. Especially if the second or third time you go there and he's overcharging you and you go to the next booth over. All right. But if you cannot do that, get you a Filipino, which is not hard to do. Get your maid to do it. Remember I told you the hard maid, she's going to save you money. She's going to do the shopping for you. She's going to get you the Filipino price. All right? And in places where, you can't do either, and that, like John was showing me a tour, it's 300 pesos for the Filipino, 500 for the foreigner. Don't do it. I won't pay the skin tax. I avoid it at all costs. And it's going to save you money. The next one is the sin tax. Now, we had the skin tax. Now, this is the sin tax. I stopped drinking 23 years ago. Does that make me a saint? No. Does that make me better than you? No. But guess what? It saved me a lot of damn money. My estimates on the low end, about 500,000. On the high end, probably $1 million. And you thinking, Calvin, you're crazy. No, I'm telling you that I drank and got high with 80% of my money, and I earned good money. I've never had a good job. I've always had great jobs, but I never did. It wasn't how much money I made, it's how much money I kept. And I didn't keep a lot of it. Most of it went to the drug dealer. Most of it went to the liquor store. I cashed my check at the liquor store. My first 5 years of my marriage, when I was married in America for 18 years, it took an armored car to bring my paycheck home. If my wife didn't meet me at the, when I got paid at the job, I was broke by the time I got home. See, so at all costs, guys, it's going to save you money. I'm not telling you what to do. If you smoke and you're going to only be here in the Philippines for 2 weeks, then by all means smoke. You don't want to go detoxing on your damn vacation, having withdrawal symptoms and all of that. But right now, because you can't get over here, it's a good time to kind of wean yourself off of there. Go see your doctor. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. You know, I'm not saying, you know, if you're like me, you want to stop. Because you spend a lot of money over here smoking and drinking. So that's the sin tax. Now, this is an important one. The next one I'm going to talk to you about. Buy new over here. Buy quality goods versus trying to bargain hunt over here. Now, I know, you know, in my country, you got Walmart, you got Target. You don't have a whole lot of places like that. Over here, you're going to have to buy new. Buy quality. Don't try to bargain hunt. Second hand is trash over here. It's going to cost you a lot of money. I bought a second-hand computer over here. I was so thankful that the people gave me my money back, guys. I promise you, man. I was so thankful that they gave me my money back. Because a lot of times you can't get it back. Not only did they give me my money back, but they had to go and get the referral fee from the guy who sent me over there. Because over here, that's what they'll do. And you got to be careful on that. Sometimes the person who refers you to a place, normally it's the business who pays him, but sometimes they'll try to turn around and get you to pay him. Happened to my friend up in Luzon. Somebody told him where to buy a car. He went and bought the car. Then they tried to charge him a referral fee. No, you get that from the buyer, guys. The last thing I'll talk about, and it's just as important, and this is going to depend on how long you're going to be here. If you're only going to be here 2 weeks, I say buy a load for your phone, or maybe even buy a cell phone plan over here, because they're, you know, for 2 weeks or for a month, it's going to be pretty cheap. But if you're going to be here longer than that, if you plan on staying here, I'm going to say get the Wi-Fi in your house versus a cell phone plan. Because my phone, my smartphone, and most smartphones will work with Wi-Fi. Not only that, but Wi-Fi usually is going to come with a landline, and that's important over here because sometimes a cell phone can't call a landline, or a landline can't call a cell phone. It gets confusing over here. So if you're going to be over here for the long haul, get you Wi-Fi, get you the internet, because it's going to come with a landline. Then you can call different places, you know, if you're looking around for something. It's going to save you a lot of money, because if you buy both, which you really don't need, if you buy the cell phone plan and the internet, because some guys got that. They have both. I wouldn't suggest both. If you get the internet, then all you have to do, like me, I've got the internet. If I want outside coverage when I get outside the house, I'll spend 100 pesos. That will last me for 7 days. They give me a 7-day plan. If I want to check the Facebook, check my YouTube, you know, something like that when I'm out and about at the barbershop waiting, something like that, guys. So there you have it. These are some tips on how to keep money in your pocket over here. More money, less problems over here. This is the Smart Expats Buyer's Guide for the Philippines. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. If you're in America, it's getting late. If you're in the bed now, I hope you intentionally went out and found somebody to help. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break and you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. In the Philippines, it's probably about 7:45 a.m. Saturday morning, September 11th. All right, I want to send my condolences to the families that lost someone in that 9/11 attack, for all those who were hurt, and of course the whole nation was affected by that 9/11 attack. So I'm going to observe a moment of silence, not now, but at 12 noon today, for our country. The largest terrorist attack in the history of America. There's no excuse why you shouldn't find somebody in the Philippines today to help. Millions of people that need our help over here. thanks to the guy, sent me $10 to buy the little dog. Even dogs need help over here, and cats. I'm gonna buy, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spend $5 on the dog food, $5 on the cat food, because we got a little tiny cat that hangs around my house, and I'm trying to train him, earn his trust. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.